can tell, your girl has a crush. Just welcome Jesus into the crush, and I feel like I know it's going to be a better experience. And it's just a reminder to ourselves to know and to hold on to, especially in those times where we feel like God has abandoned us. Hello, my name is Gift Chama. Welcome or welcome back to the Kintsugi Podcast. This is the spot where we laugh, we learn, and we get real about our relationship with Christ. Let's dive in. First and foremost, I want to start with a big Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I apologize sincerely for being absent from the pod for a couple of weeks. I needed some time to rest and to plan for this year. But I hope everyone has enjoyed their holidays. If you didn't have holidays, I'm sorry. I hope you've eaten some good food. I hope you've rested well and, recharged for the new year, for this new year. I've also got some news. I have recently released my new single titled Once Again, which will also be in this week's song recommendation segment. So please, please, please give it a listen and let me know what you think. So today we're gonna have a girly chat. I love a girly chat. I love to talk. I do. Maybe that's why God said, you know what, you are gonna have a podcast. You're gonna do a podcast for me. So that's what I think. But we're gonna talk about having a crush, especially as a Christian girl, because of course, like this is a space, everything Christian, so everything Jesus. So what did you expect? But I am excited for this girly chat because, as you can tell, your girl has a crush. It's kind of, I feel like I find weird stuff embarrassing, and having a crush is one of them, but not too much, just a little bit. So it's a bit plastic. That's the word I say. It's a bit I think it's a bit plastic. I feel like I'm 15 again. It's even crazy for me that I'm coming here online to tell you I've got a crush. When I used to have a crush when I was back in primary or even in secondary school, nobody would know. For me to be coming here and tell you for free, this is a lot. But anything for my father, because anything for God, anything for him, because I was asking what should I talk about this week, and I just felt prompted to talk about having a crush as a Christian girly. Don't expect much advice because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to navigate this. This is my first crush since I gave my life to Christ as well. So it's quite different from when I would have a crush before I gave my life to Christ. So before I gave my life to Christ, I would be very, very obsessed. Like, it was bad. It was actually quite bad. I was obsessed with this person. But before we dive into this, what is a crush? A crush is as simple as this: lack of information. A crush is when you see a guy and you just say, you're actually piquing my interest. I think you're kind of cute. Like, yeah. And it's literally just a lack of information. But then when you keep seeing them more and more, that's when you actually realize that, okay, yeah, this is a serious crush. And that's what happens to me. That is what is happening to me. And I can't help it because I've prayed about this. I've asked God to help me to, I've asked God to take away this crush so many times. You know how many times? Too many times I've asked God, can you please just take away this crush, because this crush is crushing me, Lord. But nothing seems to be working. I've journaled about it. I've prayed about this. I've done everything in my power to try to overcome this crush, but it's still here. I think it's still here. I've not seen this guy in a while now. So I think I'm calming down now. Like, I'm doing my breathing exercises, I'm calm and all that, but I just can't wait to get over it. I just can't wait to get over it. Because I feel like, especially as girls, when we get a crush, especially if it's been such a long time, I just didn't know how to function. I just don't know. Like every few seconds, I would be thinking about this guy. I would be thinking about this guy for free. That man was living rent-free in my head. And I didn't like it. That's why I kept on praying and praying and praying, but nothing happened. But now I feel like I have come to that point where I'm like, you know what? Okay, I don't know if this is from God. I don't know if this is what God has in store for me. But since praying for it to go away is not working, I'm going to start praying for God to help me to navigate this crush with him. And it has helped a lot, actually. It has helped me so much to just be honest with Jesus concerning this crush. Like, yeah, I do have this crush. I do like this guy. Ooh! No, I don't like this guy. It's a lack of information. What am I supposed to like? I don't know him. As I've asked God to help me to navigate this crush, during my quiet time, the Holy Spirit highlighted to me Psalm 139 verses 17 to 18, which says, "How precious are your thoughts about me, O God. They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. And when I wake up, you're still with me." When I read this, I was like, oh my gosh, if I, a human being, can think about a man or somebody that many times, how much more does God think about me and about you that he created us? Like, it just made me realize that the way I'm thinking about this guy, God thinks about us so much more. It amazed me, like, just to know that I'm on God's mind, like 24/7. It makes me feel very cared for, and you should feel that as well. Like, you should understand how much you are cared for, because God thinks about us so much, so much. The amount of times God thinks about us outnumbers the grains of sand. And I believe the Holy Spirit was telling me, like, you having a crush is giving you a glimpse of how much God thinks about you. Because trust me, the crush I have, he has been on my mind for like a long time, and multiple times a day. So, but imagine how much God thinks about us. And it's just beautiful. Like, not only he came and he died for us, not only he gives us the gift of salvation, not only he loves us and cares and provides for us, he thinks about us. Like, I feel like God is obsessed with us, like, in a good way though. In a good way. Let me let me say that. In a really good way. Because if I can think about a guy that I don't even know, because like I said, having a crush is lack of information. If I can think about him so much, how much more can God think about me, about you, that he created us? He literally took his time to say, you know what, Gift, I'm gonna make her like this. She's gonna be like, 5 foot this, and she's gonna look like this. And then he's thinking about us each day, every moment. And it's just a reminder to ourselves to know and to hold on to, especially in those times where we feel like God has abandoned us. And for your information, I feel like, this season, particularly 2025, I felt more times than not that God has abandoned me. I felt like God abandoned me. And I know it's a lie from Satan. I know that, but sometimes it felt real, bruh. That spiritual warfare, sometimes it feels real. It feels so real. It's like, that's it. This is it.
Oh God, I'll never make it this time. This is the end.
Anyway.
More time, God is like, calm down. I'm here. So it's just a reminder of how much he truly cared. And this whole having a crush has made me realize that even something as human or as not spiritual can truly remind you and remind me of God and how good he is to us. Lastly, some tips for my Christian girlies. I know I didn't say don't expect no advice, but I lied. I lied. Okay, I didn't lie. I didn't expect to give advice because me too, I'm here. We are in the same boat, my sister. We're in the same boat. But something I feel like I should share is invite Jesus in this crush. Like I said, I invited him, and this is what I've understood. This is what I learned, that if I can think about a man so many times, God thinks so much more about me, period. So I feel like the only advice I have for you is invite Jesus into this crush. Don't be shy. Don't be ashamed of it. Like, we are human beings, and feelings are normal. It's the moment this person starts becoming into an idol, and that's the problem. And yeah, we shouldn't reach that point. And I feel like a way to avoid getting to that point is by welcoming Jesus in the crush. Talk to Jesus about the crush. I do that all the time. Whenever I see that my mind is starting to daydream about this person, I catch it and I tell God, listen, I need your help. And just welcome Jesus into the crush. And I feel like I know it's going to be a better experience. It's going to be a lot better experience. And you're going to learn something from it. Because I think we go through different things, including having a crush, for a reason. And nothing is a mistake, especially when it comes to God. That's it for today. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode. God bless you.